parcels of food that affected over 10,000 families in Chicago. That's the work we want people to pick up from today. Stop coming and running when little Jakes are bleeding in the street, as the young people say, leaking in the street. We want you to come to our communities, find good stories, and put them out around the world. Stop coming to Inglewood, where we live, and do our work when there's young people bleeding and dead in the street. Come there and see the great work of rebuilding that's going on. So I woke up after being out from 8 in the morning till 12 at night with Reverend Corey Brooks giving out food. I just laid in the bed and tried to recoup because, like I said, I just been in a severe accident working in the union and fell off a building. And so I'm recovering from that 3 operations later. But I woke up a Monday morning, turned the phone back on to hear about what happened, and tried to get down here immediately to see about my nephew. We have to change our justice system, and it starts now. The position that African Americans have to sit in and pay taxes around this country and around the world, that the abuse seems to be going on in our community. It's not in the Hispanic community, it's not in the Caucasian community, it's in the African American community. So we're asking our brothers and sisters in communities around the world and the nation to let's start working our community and start rebuilding. There's some sources and some funding coming soon. We fought a long, hard battle. We've been through slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights, and all that. And we're now pressing to the forefront of Vice President Biden and Sister Harris that we want documentation. We want a platform for African Americans, how you're going to put it on the table. We want legislation, we want bills, and we want laws that are going to address and help African Americans around the world, and specifically in the nation that we live in, be able to operate functionally and not have the conversation of be careful, be aware of the officer when he pulls you over, do what they say, because some of the parents that we met in D.C. with Reverend Al Sharpton last weekend did what the officer said, and they still didn't make it home. So it's not a matter of compliance. It's a matter of accepting us and loving ourselves and putting it to the world that it's 2020, the matrix are falling, and the gig is up. We no longer are going to tolerate this. As a community, we're going to work together. We're going to put aside our differences. We're going to agree to disagree, and we're going to rebuild our community. And yes, we expect and anticipate and want monies from outside that have walked away from our communities for over 50 years plus. And that's why they look the way they do. So we need help in that regards. We thank you all for the prayers for little Jake again. His mother, Julia, and my brother Jake, yeah, we're asking people not to be violent, not to destroy our community. But in the same breath, we're asking to stand with the Blake family. Come on over here. We're not mad at you. We understand you're angry and upset. And we can see why you would want to burn something down, but we're asking you not to. That fist that you put up in anger, we're asking to raise up high in unity and come on board with the Blakes. We're going to make some big changes that affect all the little Jakes around this nation. Absolutely. So their parents can let their children go outside the door, play in the yard, go down the street, drive the vehicle, and not have to worry about police officers that might do them in, that might disallow them from getting back to their families or shoot them in the back 7 times. So we're here today in our community, not only healing our family, the Blake family, but this is our family. Kenosha is our family now. And we want to help them heal as well. And we thank y'all for being here. Big ups to the red, the black, and the green. Love y'all. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We love you too.
We don't have any words for the orange man. All I ask is that he keep his disrespect, his foul language far away from our family. Absolutely. We need a president that's going to unite our country and take us in a different direction.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Should he have come today?
It's a free country. We can go anywhere we want. We want the same rights he got, and we want to be able to get our children home safely because they should be able to go anywhere in this nation and come back home safely and not get shot 7 times.
That's right, brother.
My name is Bishop Tavis Grant, Tavis Grant. I'm the National Field Director for Rainbow Push. We are glad to stand and feel it an honor and a privilege to stand with the Blake family and the Kenosha family. We've been here several days organizing with leaders and social activists and street activists, and we're proud of them today choosing nonviolence, choosing non-confrontation, and choosing community service, choosing COVID-19, voter registration, choosing the census and testing as a productive, proactive means. Today we have here in Kenosha to stand with the Blake family, the president and founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition, Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson.
Right.
We met with Mrs. Blake yesterday. She came to the Rainbow Push office in Chicago. About 50 we decided that we will not demonstrate today. We want to be used as a commercial for Trump's visit. Today is COVID-19 day. We're dying from this disease. So we wear masks, sanitize, and we fight back there. Focus on census and voter registration today. Also in this city, found there are 0 black firemen, 3 black police in Kenosha, looting our jobs, looting opportunity. I mean, 0 black firemen, 3 black policemen, 5 black deputy sheriffs, 0 contracts. It's not just only about Jake being shot. It exposes inequality. So we cannot just be free, we must also be equal. Today we're going to do 5. We're going to do community cleanup, voter registration, COVID-19 testing in the community today, and census count. The president's coming. I wish he'd come and speak reconciliation. He attempts to justify the kid who did the shooting. He's given inspiration to the militia. The militia gains strength from his words. He offers no consolation to the 2 young men who got killed. He should. We urge him to do so. Question.
Questions from the media?
The attorney for Jacob Blake has said that there is a video of a different angle that will show the entire thing. Have you guys seen it? Are you guys aware of it?
The video is important, but he was shot in the back 7 times. Shot in the back before his 3 shots. Shot in the back 7. That's enough video. He's in the hospital now with holes in his body. That's the video that matters. It's a pattern. It's Michael Brown in Ferguson. It's Dale in New York. It's Breonna Taylor in Kentucky. It's a pattern of killing. And we deserve equal protection under the law. We're not getting it.
Is there any status update or medical condition update on Jacob? How is he doing?
He's doing better today. He has his, he's starting to slowly but surely get his vibrance back. He's able to reach out and hold and touch his mother and talk to his father. He's still in severe pain and still paralyzed from the waist down after being shot 7 times in the back. And only he can make it through. Who could survive that? And that he has his personality coming back. That's the start of his recovery, and I'm sure we're asking the country and the world to pray for a full recovery. Why ask for half a prayer? We're going to ask for it all. We want to see little Jake walk out of there.
While he lay in the bed, 7 shots and 8 holes in his body, handcuffed to the bed. The killer, the shooter, is still getting paid without paying the price. The attempted murder should be indicted, and those who are responsible for killing Rosenbaum and Hubert likewise should be indicted. Justice must work for all the people. It must work for everybody.
So after talking to the mayor today, directly after speaking to our brother, I asked my brother what did he want us to say, or what was his demands from the mayor, and we want indictment immediately. It shouldn't take this long. Our family's pressing for indictment, and we're not leaving the Kenosha area until we get it.
Josh, when if Vice President Biden comes to Kenosha, do you believe the family will meet with him?
Vice President Biden and Sister Harris had a prolonged conversation with our brother the other day, and I'm sure they would make time to greet them. We appreciate everything they've extended from what they could do at this particular time has been great, and the answer would be yes.
Can you elaborate on the conversation they had with Jake?
I'm sorry, I wasn't on the phone. I was in the hotel room just coming back up, but it was about 30 minutes or so, and they hashed out some stuff. And being a political science major, I'm trying to push for laws and bills and legislation that will change and make this better.
The president has said that he didn't come because of attorneys involved. Something he said like that yesterday. What was your conversation or communication with him like, if at all?
We had none whatsoever. So whatever they're talking about is a ruse, and that's why we're doing what we're doing today, so they can't take over the narrative. We're going to keep things on Jacob Blake, getting justice, and healing little Jake.
That's right.
Speaking of being a political science major, do you believe
just as Thornhill and Cheney were killed in Cincinnati, Rosenbaum, Hubert, and Blake. In perspective, this young man killed 2 white young people, blew another one's arm off. He shouldn't have been wearing a loaded weapon across state lines. He ran behind the curfew, came back, and the police congratulated him for assisting him, gave him some water and a high five. That kid, he'll be ruined the rest of his life.
Do you all believe that the trip from Donald Trump here is a political move in any way? Do you believe that it is motivated by some sort of political leaning?
Whatever his motivation is, we're not engaging with that. We're asking everybody here to stay focused on getting justice for little Jake. We're staying focused on helping the Kenosha community get over this horrendous act that has taken place in their backyard, and that's why we're here today.
That's right.
The kids, little Jake's kids, my brother's grandkids, are with family members. We're showering them with the love. We're getting them therapy so they can begin the process of dealing with what they watched. And they've had a traumatic, impact on their life.
Congressman Moore.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be inspired by the Blake family, who wants us to keep our eyes on the prize. And the prize is to do as Martin Luther King Jr. said so many years ago, to march on those ballot boxes to make sure that we provide leadership that loves mercy and justice. And that's why we're all here today. This is such a beautiful sight. And Reverend Jackson, I'm so glad that you're here. It's an atmosphere where they're giving kids free haircuts. They are registering people to vote. They're giving free meals and just a sense of love and community. And you see infants here in their strollers, totally peaceful. And it's all about healing and bringing this community together before it was fractured by violence. And you know, if the President of the United States, if he loves chaos, we are not going to create the backdrop for the violent chaos he wants to see. And this is the Kenosha that I know. I was born 3 miles up the road. This is the Kenosha that I know. And I'm joining them in celebrating the life of Jacob Blake, just putting that out there in case the President wants to say anything. Say that name, he might have forgotten it by now.
So again, we just want to say thank you to all the Kenosha that's coming out to celebrate with us today. We want to say thank you to all you news crews for coming in and being with us on this day to help heal Kenosha, because something tragic happened here. It has changed the way people look at Kenosha, and we don't want them, the outsiders, to think it was the Kenosha people, because it wasn't.
Right.
It was a police officer that was out of control that shot our nephew 7 times. We want justice for that. But we're also trying to help Kenosha get over this tragic thing that happened in their backyard. So again, we thank you for being here. One Africa, unity for everybody, and thank you again for showing up.
Are other members of the family coming out to speak?
Yes, they'll be here later today.
Thank you. And do you know what time?
No, I'm not certain, but they will be here.
Great. Thank you so much.
My arms. My arms are going to fall off. Michael, can you get
but you know what? It sounds like he's getting back to normal.
Oh yeah, well that's true. That definitely and your kids?
You know what? I know I'm lucky because I wish well, it's 16. Oh yeah.
That's scary, isn't it? Nicholas has That's another thing. Go out with him, drive it, and I'll be like, okay, you know, or I'll be like, you know.
And you gotta watch yourself because you don't want to be too.
Right, too stressed out, too stressed out. But at the same time, you need to know